3:54 a.m. Trying to turn back time. Turn back time. Everywhere I go, I see the time. What am I doing up at this hour? This is just crazy. I gotta go back to bed. It was you, wasn't it? It was you that woke me up. I thought so. I thought so. I need to go back to sleep. Is that okay? Is that okay, BB? Thank you. I can't go back to bed. I can't do it. I tried to shut my eyes. I just can't do it. It's now 4:10 in the morning. Maybe I just didn't give myself enough time. I'm just excited. Excited, I tell you. I was reading in social media that YouTube made it possible. What they did is, there used to be a thing, well, it's still a thing. It's called YouTube Live. And I have it available on some of my devices. Like if I use this application right here for my Osmo, if the DJI application, I could broadcast live on YouTube Live right now. I guess. I've never tried it, except for one time, I believe, and it kept cutting in and out, and it really didn't work good. But if you use the native YouTube application, it's supposed to work great, but that's not available to people like me just yet. The requirement, I believe, used to be if you had to have like 10,000 subscribers. Then in the YouTube app, it'll open up YouTube Live, and then I guess the reason they did that was that way they didn't have people just walking around and doing live streams from wherever, you know, it is at the bar or in the restroom or whatever people would do with YouTube, and leave that to like Facebook Live and stuff like that. Let those social networks have all the craziness going on. And I think YouTube's trying to be more professional, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But it was at 10,000 subscribers. Within this last week, they lowered the minimum requirement down to 1,000 subscribers, which is obtainable for a lot of people. I don't know if it's quite obtainable for me just yet. I have reached 229 subscribers on this channel. It took me almost a year just to break the 200 mark. Within the last week or two, I've gained 29 new subscribers, but I grabbed a lot more subscribers than that. And thank you guys for watching. Over the last 2 weeks, I think I started at 189. Now I'm at 229. So I'm slowly moving up that ladder. I figure this time next year, maybe I'll have about 500 subscribers, and then within 24 months, I may break that 1,000 subscriber mark, and I will have access to YouTube Live, which would be great. I'm already starting to think, what can I mean, yeah, you guys see what I do in the vlogs now. When there's nothing going on, you get boring, crappy things like this. Just me sitting in my truck doing nothing. But there are moments. There are those just little glimpses of moments where I'm able to get out and do things, like whether it's Disney theme parks, Universal Studios, maybe some abandoned roadside place, whether it's a building or an old amusement park or something, and I'm able to get out and shoot video. But it would be kind of cool to maybe be standing in the queue line of Space Mountain or something like that and stream a live YouTube video of I don't know of what. I don't know. Things just started popping in my head. What could I do with YouTube Live? You know, I guess there's questions and answers, and if I'm walking around, let's say Universal Studios, and somebody wants to see something in Gringotts, I could broadcast that live, and people could tell me in the feeds, hey, show us this, or do this, or go, is there a secret area of Men in Black, which there is, if you check my other videos, there is an immigration line that you can do after the ride if you ask the employees. But I could do all that stuff live, and yeah, it could be pretty cool. I kind of hope to get 1,000 subscribers before 24 months is over with. I'd like to do it before. I'd like to have it before CES this year, and I fly to Las Vegas for the Consumer Electronics Show. That would be a great place. The city streets of Las Vegas and the Consumer Electronics Show, walking around shooting live on YouTube. That would be kind of fun too. Yeah, we should make that happen. I should have 1,000 subscribers before January 5th or the 8th or whatever days it's going to be on this year. How can I do that? Probably not by doing crappy vlogs like this, but fingers crossed. Anyway, it is now 4:16 in the morning. See, it says so right there on the TV. So maybe I should try and shut my eyes a little bit. I am in Florida. So right now I'm sitting in Lakeland, Florida, and at 1 o'clock this afternoon I have to be down by Lake Okeechobee, which is just north of Miami, to pick up a little orange juice to take it to Iowa, some town in Iowa. I don't know where it is. Never heard of the town before. But I'm going to be doing that, and I have 2 days to make it there. But it delivers in the evening on the second day. So that should give me enough time to maybe stop and do something. Not quite sure what it's going to be. Let me know in the comments if, hold on a second, which way am I going? To get to Iowa, I have to go north into Georgia, cut across through Chattanooga, go up to Nashville, go into Iowa that way. Yeah, that's how I was thinking. If I hop on a different road, there's a possibility of either Dinosaur Kingdom, go in some cavern systems, or go and play with some kangaroos, but I don't think I'm going on that road. We're gonna find out. I'll find something to do. I was gonna have you guys leave in the comments if there's anything. I know what, I got a surprise for you guys. I'll be passing by an amazing roadside attraction. As long as it's in the middle of the afternoon, I am gonna stop and take you guys to this place. This place would actually be amazing for YouTube Live, where I'll be stopping. Yeah, I might have to ride the Segway for about 5 miles. So as long as there's no rain, I'm gonna take you guys there. Hint, it's the home of Superman. Anyway, I'm gonna crash out for a little bit longer. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace until I wake up. This could end up being the world's longest train. Why did I get out of bed again? Well, I broke free of the train. Look at that. See the palm trees up there? Look how they're just kind of blowing in the breeze. Blowing in the Florida breeze in Lakeland. Look at the size of that ginormous flag. That thing is ginormous. I think at RV selling locations around all across the country, they try and outdo each other with flags to see who could have the biggest flag, because I guess that's important in sales. Patriotism. The bigger the flag, the more patriotic you are. It looks like it's getting that time of year where pretty soon here in Florida we're going to start having those 4 o'clock afternoon thunderstorms. It happens every year. The price of living in Florida. I made it to where orange juice is born. Frostproof Florida. Look at this building. Orange juice comes right out this door. Good And look at that. Solid ice. That's pretty awesome. That's where the condensers and all that technical stuff is. I don't know, all the high-tech deep freeze stuff is. So what is really amazing about orange juice that I never knew, I just found this out about 2 weeks ago, that no matter where you get your breakfast morning orange juice goodness from, whether it's Tropicana, Dole, Minute Maid, what's the other one? Florida's Finest. No matter where you get your orange juice, it's never 100% pure orange juice. Even though on the box it may say 100% pure orange juice, and they can get away with that. And I'll tell you why. First, I'll tell you what orange juice is. Orange juice comes from oranges. From out here in Central Florida, you got lots of orange groves, and on those trees in the groves grow these little orange balls that are full of juicy goodness, and they bring it to places like this to squeeze the juice out of those oranges. And what they do in the process is they take all the orange out of the orange. That way they can store the water and stuff that was inside the orange for up to a year in these warehouses without it going bad. And then just before they package it up and put it back into a box to ship to the grocery stores, they add the stuff that they took out originally back into it. So the pulp, the smell, all the goodness that is an orange gets put back into it. I don't know why they do it that way. I was told that each company, whether it's Tropicana, Coca-Cola with Minute Maid, and other companies, that way they have a consistency of flavor. So you're brand loyal because you know that this orange juice tastes different than this orange juice, that tastes different than this orange juice. So they can inject how much of the orange flavor back into the orange juice before they ship. And that way they can store the majority of the orange juice onto shelves within these warehouses for up to a year and build up a stockpile. And then depending on demand, then they can take that juice off the shelf, inject the stuff that they took out of it all. I'm not exactly sure what they take out of the orange juice and put back into it. I was told it's what gives the orange juice its flavor and its aroma. And so I guess they would put part of the essence of the peel and stuff like that back into the juice. That way you get that aroma. And then, depending on what brand you buy, there may be more or less. Even if it has pulp inside. The pulp inside that orange juice probably didn't come from the pulp and the oranges that were squeezed to make your orange juice. It's probably oranges that were picked a year later, and then they used the pulp and that excess stuff to put back in. I don't know, it's a really weird thing. I guess if you taste the orange juice that they stock up here on the shelves, it tastes just like water. It's just plain. You wouldn't even be able to tell it's orange juice. But it is. It's hard to explain. You're going to have to do some Google and YouTube research stuff to figure it out. It just blows me away that the orange juice you get off the store shelves is probably over a year old. And even if they say it's 100% orange juice, it actually isn't, but it kind of is. Because there may be no preservatives, there may be no additives, it may be all orange juice because they can get away with it because the flavoring and the stuff that they put back into it actually does come from oranges. Maybe just not the oranges from that year. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's really odd. Don't give me that look, it's true. You know what? You kind of look like an orange. Just a little bit.